Hello, I'm Dr. Harper. This video is a syllabus video for Operations Management BANA 3000, Section E01, the online section, for summer 2022. So let's bring up the syllabus. Now, the syllabus begins, the course is active between Monday, June 6, 2022, and Saturday, July 30th. This course description is a course description which is in the catalog, so you can match them up. And I start with a schedule outline. And for this schedule outline, here is, it begins on Monday, the dates for Monday, and it ends on Saturday. And so it goes from Monday through Saturday. And so Monday is when I open up the files. And we'll look at Canvas in a minute. I'll open up the files for the lecture, for the videos, for the homework, for the help sessions, for the Excel, everything. And then I have office hours down here, virtual office hours. The in-person and Zoom will be listed in Canvas. And then Saturday, that homework is due. And notice the assignments due through Canvas and no late assignments are accepted. It's due by 11:59 p.m. on Saturday of that week. And so each week I have the same process. And then we have the next topic, which is forecasting, then aggregate planning, then inventory, MRP, scheduling. Now, the last 2 weeks, I open up the exam, I open up the project, and now the exam is online. The project, you submit a report. I open up the instructions, and I both links on July 18th, and you have 2 weeks to do the exam and the project. And also I give a video to explain it, which I'll show in just a second. Now, there are some strict guidelines, which I've mentioned in the welcome video. One is that there's no late assignments accepted, so be very careful. If you don't submit it during that time, and it's due through Canvas, but if I can get it through instant messaging, Canvas messaging, if I can get it through email, or if I can find it anywhere where it's date and time stamped, it's by Saturday night, 11:59 p.m., I'll accept it. After that, I will not accept it because the answers are open the next day. Okay, the second is that the end of the course is July 30th. Nothing is accepted or even considered after the end of the course. Now, after the end of the course grade, your letter grade, is reported to the registrar and not posted on Canvas. But the grade on all of these will be posted on Canvas, and so you can measure them, you can see the measures. But the final grade will be posted, will be sent to the registrar. As far as grading, grades are based solely on the percentage of grade measure performance according to the table below. Grades are not negotiated. Percentage determined from points earned out of points possible. Now, the reason I say this, be very careful on Canvas. The Canvas will give you all these percentages. Be careful because they measure it all different ways. It gets confusing. I asked them not to do it, but they say they can't. So I want to make sure you say, here's the points possible. Here's the points earned. That percentage you compare over here, and that tells you exactly what your letter grade is. And notice the letter grade, there's no plus minus grades. And it's based on a percentage. And 0.5% is rounded up. So 89.5 is rounded up to 90%, which is an A. Less than 89.5 is rounded down to 89, which is a B. Now, those percentages come from 6 homework assignments, which is 10 points each. A project, which is 20 points. And an exam, which is 20 points. So every point is really 1 percentage point. Okay, because the total is 100 points. Okay, now the policies and procedures in this syllabus apply to every student. Now, what I mean by that, it applies to every student equally. I don't change the policies for different people. And so if you turn it in late, I'm not going to change the late policy just for you. So make sure you get it on time. You have a whole week to do it, and a lot of helps. So make sure you do get it on time. Okay, brief summary. Each homework assignment is over each topic, 10 questions, 1 point per question. It is due online through Canvas, no late assignments accepted. The exam is over 6 course topics, which is given up here, 1 through 6. 6 course topics, 20 multiple choice questions, 1 point per question, 60 minutes. Exam is online through Canvas, due by the end of the course, no late exams accepted. The individual project is due through online through Canvas by the end of the course, no late project accepted. Yeah, now that I say there are 10 questions, 1 point per question, one of the homework assignments, I think it's MRP, homework 5, there's actually 5 questions and 2 points per question. Aha. But the rest of them, the other 5, there are 10 questions with 1 point per question. Okay. We'll go to Canvas in a minute and you'll see how I've designed it, how I set it up. Now we'll have virtual Zoom office hours, in-person office hours will be posted online in Canvas. So there's the overview. Let's go to Canvas. Let's bring Canvas up. Okay. Here's Canvas. Everything is going to be going through Canvas. Hopefully everyone has seen the welcome video. Click this and you'll see the welcome video. Here's the syllabus. This is what we're looking at right now. And this is the syllabus we're looking at. Here's the syllabus video that you're looking at right now. Okay. And here's the text. It's a PDF. You can download the text. Or if you go to my website down here, which is mdharper.com, you click that. Under mdharper.com, under Operations Management, here you will have the syllabus, and I haven't had the textbook link yet. I'm going to have that in here by the time the course starts. But this textbook link would be an Amazon link. You can either have it as a PDF. Some people like the actual physical text. This is an older text. It's a 10th edition. You can buy it if you want to and get it shipped by Amazon, and it's not expensive. And so therefore the material for this course will not be expensive. Okay, and that's why I do it that way. Okay. Now here are the modules: a definition, forecast, aggregate planning, inventory, and then 7 and 8 together examine in the project reports. Now here are the resources: the synchronous office hours, in-person office hours, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 to 5:45, Business School Office, 4205. Zoom office hours, synchronous, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning. I'll wait only 15 minutes for students to join, and there's the link. This link takes you to Zoom, and I'll be there, and that's the best way to communicate with me at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, if you can't make it at 10 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, during Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, you can maybe we can set up another time that's convenient for you, that I will have Zoom office hours for you. And if we can set up a time, arrange a time, I'll meet you over Zoom. Okay. Now these are resources that that UCD has given to us, and then I have making a video. And the reason I have making a video, there are no videos in this course, except for the project. Let me just open this up. So sometimes the project, people want to submit a PDF. Some people want to upload a video to represent it, and that's fine with me too. I want you to do the research and submit a report. And I'll say this, if people want to submit a video, that's fine too. And you submit it down here. You upload a PDF or upload an MP4. I don't make that public, but if I receive a report, that's all I care about. And we'll talk about the reports later in this course. Okay, let's go back to the home page. Let me show you how I've done each of these, like the definitions. You see here, we have a Word file, we have an Excel file, we have a video file, and this video is the lecture. And I'll explain the Word file, I'll explain the Excels, and here I have a homework file. And here you download the homework. Okay, let me go ahead and download this. Open this up. And usually it's going to be, it takes a while to open. I don't know why it takes so long. My system has to be cleaned up. Okay. When you open the Word file, you have multiple choice questions. Whoops. There we go. You have multiple choice questions, and basically you go through and get all the answers, which is just A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E. They're all are 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. You'll either have letters or numbers as your answers. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize that. And coming back to here, then down to here, you click this submission, and right here when you say go, it'll ask for the answers, and you click the answers. Now let me go ahead and preview this. And now notice here, this is just a preview. You'll have question 1, ABC. There is no questions here. The questions are in the Word file. And all you bring here is your letter answers, or come down here and A, B, C, D, E. Sometimes they're letter answers, sometimes they're number answers, but whatever they are. Okay, so let's come back to the definitions. Okay, and notice it's due on June 11th, this one, and because then on Sunday, June 12th, then I open up the answers right here, and I give the answers, and that's why there's no late assignments. You have all the answers. And these will be available, I think they're available either Tuesday or Wednesday. I say Wednesday, but I'm not really sure. Let me open this up again. Let's see. It's going to be available June 6th, whatever June 6th is. Okay, I don't get bogged down here. Yeah, it's open on Tuesday. Okay, I say Wednesday, but it's Tuesday. You'll see them. You'll see where it's open. Okay, so there's, I have that every single time. So like if you go to forecasting, number 2 here, you'll still have a Word file, Excel file, video file, homework file. Again, then I have the answers down here. Now the Q&A, use the Q&A threaded discussion between students. We'll have threaded discussions, and if there's a thing that's not resolved between students, then you have a Canvas messaging, ask me to come, and I'll come and look at it. Okay, but this is for students. It's not for me to come in and it's not for me to come in and be part of the thread discussion. It's for students to collaborate and go back and forth. Okay, I have the lectures, I have the homework videos, but if you want me to come in and answer a question that people can't resolve, then Canvas message me and I'll come and resolve them. And I say that in the here in this video down later. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the syllabus. Okay, there's the. Let's go back. Let's do the last one here. And notice here on the exam here, I have a study guide, which is a Word file. I have a video study guide, which I go through the Word file. Okay, and here I have a Word file, which is the project instructions, and a video that goes through the project instructions. Okay, and then down here is where you take the exam, and here's where you submit the video. Where you submit the project PDF report. Okay, now let's go back to the syllabus. Go home here. Go back to the syllabus. There we go. Okay, so let's go further on. Okay, policies and procedures. I first start with an overview. For each topic, utilize resources and complete each requirement. Homework, exam, project. Each student utilize resources at their discretion. In other words, some people read the text, some people don't read the text, some people read the text 2 or 3 times, some people look at the video, then the text, then the lecture notes, some people do the homework as they do this. You have to figure out what's best for you. Each student is different, each person is different. Learn what's best for you. The following is merely a suggested workflow. Read the text, download the homework, download the lecture notes, watch the video for the lecture. For communication, use the question and answer threaded discussion between students, and submit the homework answers through Canvas. That's a suggested for each topic. For the exam, again, utilize resources to prepare for the exam. Each student takes the exam individually by due date and time through Canvas. For the exam, download the Word file of the exam study guide and watch the video on the exam study guide in preparation to take the exam. The exam is multiple choice, timed, through Canvas, open book, open notes. No collaboration is allowed. Now, what I mean by open book, open notes, the exam study guide is part of your notes. The lectures are part of your notes. Your homework is part of your notes. You can have everything in front of you. A lot of the exam is deciding where to find the answer. Take the exam individually. No collaboration is allowed. Take the exam only once through Canvas and complete the exam before the due date and time. No late exams accepted. For the individual project, again, utilize a resource to submit individual project reports by the due date and time. For individual project report, download the Word file of the individual project report instructions. Watch the video on the individual project report instructions in preparation for the individual project report. Now, for the individual project report, perform research for the individual project report, compose the report, submit the report only once through Canvas before the due date and time. No late individual reports are accepted. Okay, so this is like a summary of a workflow in each one of these. Course material. There is a textbook. The textbook required for readings in the material. Here's the ISBN. I want to have a link in my website if you want to buy it through Amazon. Otherwise, it's a downloadable PDF. That's why I picked it. Canvas is also a requirement because Canvas, you'll have your videos, you'll have your Excel files, you'll have your lecture notes, you'll have homework questions, homework answers. And Canvas will also contain links for threaded discussion for question and answer between students. It has information on office hours. Everything goes through Canvas. The course structure. This course contains online material, reading material, homework assignments, exam, and a project. Okay, now, I've already said this on that first page, but here I put it in writing so that you can review. And also go back to get the details of what I said. If you don't want to watch the video, here it is. Course grade is based solely on your performance on the homework, project, and exam expressed as a grade percentage. Now, what I mean by student performance is that whatever points you earn, that's what your grade is based on. It's not negotiated. No plus minus grades are given. No curves, no extra credit, and rounding conventions are used. And here are the rounding conventions. Material in the prerequisite course is required before taking this course. Prerequisite material will not be covered in this course since students are expected to know and prepare to know the prerequisite material before coming into this course. And if you look at the discussion up here, the introduction here, the prerequisites are BANA 2010, which is statistics, Accounting 2200 counting with a C- or higher. Now, what I mean by prerequisites is more than just have you had the course. I expect you to know the material. Now, what I mean by it's required for the course, the prerequisite material will not be covered in this course since students are expected to know the material before moving to the course. I will not go back and reteach statistics. I will now go back and reteach accounting. You're expected to know that. It's not part of the course. But if you don't remember everything in statistics, you need help, I will help you with it. It's just not part of the course. In other words, I'm not going to give a lecture on it, but I will help you individually. If you need help, I will help you through office hours. Okay, grades on assignments and exam will be posted on Canvas during the course. However, the final course grade will not be posted on Canvas, but reported to the registrar, and you should get it within 24 or 48 hours, they say. Nothing is accepted or considered after the end of the course, which is on that Saturday, July 30th. Communication is important. Communication has been a problem in the past, and mainly because students try to do communications without following the resources that I give you. So let me be very clear on communication. Communications consist of one-way and two-way channels for different purposes. One-way communication will include lectures, Word files, Excel files, videos I provide in Canvas in the course. That's a one-way communication. Now, if you choose not to use that, that's a problem. So use the one way. But then there are two-way communication channels, including asynchronous question and answer threaded discussions between students, asynchronous Canvas messaging, which you can give to me, synchronous virtual office hours with me through Zoom, which I've posted in Canvas, and synchronous in-person office hours with me on campus, which I've posted at dates and times in Canvas. Office hours will be posted in Canvas, which they're there. Okay. Most importantly, each student is responsible to utilize all the resources available in this course for learning and only use the communication channels to support learning resources. Do not rely only on communication channels for learning in the course. What I mean by that is people, a problem I have in the past, and students have told me this, some of their colleagues, they don't watch the videos, they don't read the text, they don't look at the lectures, they don't try the homework, they want me or someone to tell them what the answers are. That's a problem. That's not how this course is designed, and that's not your colleague's problem, it's not the university's problem, it's not my problem. It's you need to use the resources for learning and use the communications to support the learning. Okay. Communication between students will be through the Q&A threaded discussions, a link provided in Canvas, which I've already showed you. Use the threaded discussions on Canvas for asking questions, sharing answers about the course material, sharing information about the course, or other collaborations helpful for learning. Notice what I'm saying there. You can tell whatever you want. You say, what'd you get? What answer did you get for number 3? I got this answer. I got this answer. What did someone else get? You can work together. Collaboration is important in business. Learn how to collaborate. Learn how to use that. Don't take what other people tell you. Use it to learn. Because what you say, you have to be responsible for, not only in university, but also in business and in life. Although collaboration is encouraged throughout this course, to learn the material, each student is required to submit original work. What I mean by that is you should know what you're saying. No collaboration is allowed on the exam. It has to be just what you know. And only submit originally composed individual project reports. I'll talk about this more later. You submit your report. Don't let someone write it for you, or don't show someone what you've written. Communications with me about the course will be through Canvas messaging, primarily, between Monday and Friday of each week. I'll be watching for it. Use Canvas messaging for personal communications about the course in general. Also use Canvas messaging to alert me of questions or issues about the course material not resolved in the question and answer threaded discussion between students. So if there's something through the week hasn't worked out, you need me to be part of it, alert me in Canvas messaging, because I will not be there all the time unless I'm asked to come. Because Canvas messaging, question and answer Canvas messaging is for you, is for your colleagues, is to learn how to collaborate. If you need me to join, you have to ask me. I'm not going to be there. But if you ask me, then alert me to that, then I will come and look at it. Make sure you tell me where and when or what. I will not answer questions about the course material in Canvas messaging. However, if a question about the course material is posted to me in Canvas messaging, or an alert to a need for me to come into Q&A threaded discussion, I will copy the question and respond to the question for all students to benefit from my answer. Canvas messaging is to tell me of a problem, but for me to respond to that problem, it's going to be the question and answer threaded discussion. There's where all the answers will be, not email, which I'm getting to here in a minute, and not through the Canvas messaging. Since email has been unreliable in the past, use email only when necessary. Now, what do I mean by unreliable? It can go to spam. It may not even come to me. And as a matter of fact, there are more than one Michael Harpers or more than one Mike Harpers at the university. Sometimes you'll send it to me, it'll go to another person. It's very unreliable. Okay, so do not rely on email as primary communications. If you email me, I don't respond to you, very likely I haven't gotten it. It went to spam, or maybe I've overlooked it because I get hundreds of messages a week. Email me again if it's necessary. But should communication using email be considered necessary, that's up to you. Use email to address the email address right there. You click on that and include BANA 3000 in the subject area to be considered. Otherwise, I may not receive the email. And if I don't respond within a day or two, email me again, because I will respond if I see it or if I get it. Okay? So make sure you do that again. Don't do it once. If you don't hear from me, all of a sudden, I'm absent. I'm not absent. I will respond if I see it and if I know. So make sure you keep that connection if it's necessary. Now, if you use email about the material, I won't answer it. I'll say, use the threaded discussion, and I'll copy that and I'll put it in the threaded discussion. Collaboration is a responsibility of each student. Lack of collaboration does not eliminate a student's responsibility to submit assignments when due. If a tutor is used, and sometimes people use tutors, which is the responsibility of the student, be careful to use the tutor appropriately. Unfortunately, I've experienced tutors can be very, very valuable. Personal computers, or even university computers, tutors, personal tutors or university tutors provided, or even business school tutors, they can be very helpful. But they can be very harmful. They can be misused. Use tutors to help you understand the material. Don't use tutors to do the work for you. The homework. Okay, the homework assignment, questions will be posted in Canvas in a Word file. Download the questions, utilize the resources to learn the material, obtain answers, and then submit your answers through Canvas. Now that process is important. If you open it without getting the answers, you say, oh no, I opened it, oh no, if you don't submit all the answers right on time, you get one chance, you get a 0. Okay, so make sure you read the syllabus very carefully, especially this next paragraph. I'm going to read it for you. This is important. Carefully follow this procedure to submit homework answers through Canvas. So let me increase this a little bit. Download the questions from Canvas, which will be in a Word file. Notice, download the questions. You don't submit them, you download the questions. Obtain answers for all the multiple choice questions using learning resources. Only when all the answers are ready to submit all the answers only once through Canvas. Each student is responsible to submit answers through Canvas correctly, completely, and on time. Answers may be submitted only once. Assignments submitted will be accepted as an entire assignment and graded as an entire assignment. You can't submit part of it here and part of it next day. No, you have one chance to submit all the letters and numbers. Once you begin the submission, you have only 60 minutes to submit all the answers to an assignment. And notice, if you do it the right way, you're only submitting letters and numbers. People submit all 10 of them in like 4 minutes. I'll leave it open for 60. You have more than enough time. But all the answers must be submitted on or before the due date and time for the assignment. The due date and time are strictly enforced by Canvas. Canvas will not allow submission after the due date and time, even during the 60-minute time window. The entire assignment must be submitted on or before the due date and time indicated. No late assignments are accepted. Assignments not submitted will have a grade of 0. Okay, what I mean by this, during this time window, if the due date and time is strictly enforced. If you open it, it's like 11:59 p.m. on Saturday night. If you open at 11:58, you have 1 minute to submit it. You say, well, I have 60 minutes. No, you only have 1 minute, because at 11:59 p.m. will submit it for you even if it's within the 60 minutes. So be very, very careful, and you have only one chance to do this, and this is how I'm explaining it now to make sure that you are aware of the procedure. No late assignments are accepted. Assignments not submitted have a grade of 0, and the answers to the submitted will be posted online after due date, and no partial credit. So it's as soon as on Sunday, all the answers are posted. No partial credit. Examination will be given during this course. Exams will be online through Canvas, multiple choice time, and designed for evaluation. What I mean by that phrase, designed for evaluation, the homework, lectures, videos are designed for learning. The exams are not designed for learning. They're designed to evaluate what you've learned. In other words, I will ask you things you should know. I don't ask you things to try to figure out. You should already know them. It's open book, it's open note, it's designed for evaluation. You should be able, and it's multiple choice, you should be able to find the answer very directly. Especially since in the exam study guide, I will tell you pretty much what the questions are and how to study for them. Each student must take their own exam. No collaboration is allowed. Collaboration is cheating and represents academic dishonesty. If academic dishonesty occurs on an exam, the student will receive a 0 for the exam. Any incident of academic dishonesty may be reported to the business school or other locations within the University of Colorado Denver for further action. The business school, the college, graduate, undergraduate programs, provost, different places, and it goes a lot of different places when academic dishonesty occurs, and usually goes on your record. No collaboration. For the exam, no other material other than course material is allowed. No communication devices such as cell phones or laptops for external communication are allowed. Now, what I mean by that is you can use laptops for your material. You cannot use a laptop for external communications. Each person does their own exam. No help from another person. Physically, remotely, or virtually is allowed. Each student is required to take their own exam from their own knowledge of material learned from the course. No exam taken will have a grade of 0. No exams will be considered after the end of the course. The project. Each student is required to submit an originally composed individual project report. No work is accepted after the end of the course. Each student must perform their own work in writing. The individual project report is approximately 3 pages in length and submitted as a PDF through Canvas, and detailed individual project report instructions will be given during the course. Now, in general, the original composed individual project report must be approximately 3 pages, must demonstrate the student's knowledge and an ability to effectively communicate the knowledge appropriate for a business environment. So this is for a business report. This is not an academic report. So it's focused on business. Each individual report must be unique. What I mean by that is you write your own report. Don't let someone else write it for you, and don't show anyone what you do. Each writing should be original. You can cite someone, but cite them, say this came from them, but then you write it in your own words. The length of the report must be approximately 3 pages and follow the guidelines of succinct but adequate. The guideline of succinct but adequate. In business, things should be succinct, as short as possible, but adequate to convey your message. The text, graphs, charts must be contained within the 3 pages, approximate 2.5, 3.5, something like that. Material that significantly exceeds 3 pages and not beneficial to the theme of the report will not be considered and may result in a reduction of points. Finally, submit the original composed individual project report through Canvas as a PDF on or before the due date and time. No late reports are accepted. Each report may only be submitted once, may only be submitted as a complete report, and must be submitted by the due date and time. A report not submitted has a grade of 0. each student is required to submit original material for their individual report. Although collaboration is encouraged to conduct research, collaboration does not include copying from another student or allowing a student to copy from you on individual work that is submitted. In other words, if I see 2 reports coming in and the writing is the same, both get a 0. Even if person A says, well, person B copied from me. Well, how do they know what you did unless you gave it to them? That's dishonesty. So using someone else's or letting someone else use you, both are considered dishonesty and both are considered equally egregious. Okay. General policies. Nothing considered at the end of the course. I say that all the way through. The end of the course is the end of the course. Everything is done between the beginning and the end. Submission of grades. Okay. Submit homework assignments, individual project reports through Canvas on or before the due date and time. Okay, and also take the exams also. But an assignment not received when due, either through Canvas or by email with an on-time date and timestamp, has a grade of 0. No late assignments accepted. In other words, the reason I say this by email with an on-time date and stamp, and remember email is unreliable, which I said before, but sometimes Canvas, you have it ready to submit, Canvas goes down. It says, I can't get through Canvas. Canvas, sometimes they maintenance, sometimes it goes down. But if you can get online and email me, say, here's my 10 letters and numbers, okay? Or here's my PDF report, okay? If you can get it to me by the due date and time, I'll accept it by other means. But you have to have an on-time date and time stamp. It has to be on time. I will not submit it after Saturday night, 11:59 p.m. So be very, very careful of that. And so I allow a little bit of flexibility. So the due date and time is strict. By Canvas is convenient if you can get it other means, if I can actually have the date and time stamped electronically or virtually submitted, I'll accept it. Okay, grades on homework assignments, project reports, and exam will be posted online during the course. Grades are based solely on percentage of the grade measure performance, which I've said before. Determine grade percentage from points earned out of points possible. Be careful. Do not look at the percentages in Canvas. They calculate all different ways, and it's confusing. Grades are not negotiated. It's only based on points. Final course grades are submitted through registrar, not on Canvas. No plus-minus grades. No incomplete grades are given. No corrections to the grade will be considered after the end of the course. Academic dishonesty. I've already mentioned this. If it does occur, I'll report it. Conduct. This conduct is important. This first link here is the code of conduct at the university for me, you, faculty, students, guests, staff, administration, everybody. Okay. University information procedures are also here. This is HR procedures. There's a lot in here that's important. Here's a link for human resource policies and procedures. FERPA. FERPA is going to be followed by me. I will follow FERPA, Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. In other words, you have the right to privacy of your grades, of your information. I'll give them just to you. If someone asks for them, I will not give them unless they justify a need to know and a right to know. And that's exactly what the educational privacy, that's what FERPA is saying. And I will follow that. I will not give it to someone just because they say they need it or they want it or they yell at me. I don't do that. Okay. Any current or potential indications of violations of verbal or physical disruption, intimidation can be reported to CARE. This is violence or potential violence or something that reported to CARE. This is not the police. This is an evaluation team, an assessment team. They're going to respond. Sometimes they'll help people get through things, okay? Report things here, and anybody can report. Now, also, any incident of violent or disruptive behavior can be reported to the Internal Affairs Committee. Conduct also includes etiquette that is respectful to all people, the facilities, and the institution. I want to emphasize etiquette that is respectful. To me, I think that's the most important thing. Respect education. Respect the instructors who they're trying to teach. Respect the students they're trying to learn. Respect the staff because they're trying to help you learn. We are here to learn. Respect learning. It is the greatest privilege a person can have is the ability and the opportunity to learn. I guarantee you, so many people are denied the ability to learn. Respect that. Don't undermine it, because I am very, very strict and strong on learning. Our commitment expectation. Faculty policies state the course in the business school should require of their students a workload that enhances quality education. This is just a disclosure that you're going to have to work. During the course, online, submit things on time. Policy on ads, drops, and incomplete grades. I generally do not approve ads. I do not approve drops after the end of the course. And also no incomplete grades are given. The final statement in my part of the syllabus. Policies in this syllabus apply to every student. Again, that's very strict for me. The policies apply to everyone equally. Although I may consider special circumstances during the course, like email instead of PDF, standards will never be compromised, and all work must be done during the semester according to the syllabus. That's strict. So there's flexibility somewhere, but some places are not flexible. You follow the rules. I follow the rules. They have to be done this way. If you don't submit it, you get a 0. I'm not going to accept it later. Okay. Any action taken by me that may be considered to vary from these policies, like email versus PDF, is not to eliminate the cause that did become policy, or the student's responsibility to adhere to all the requirements of the course, or to prevent my action in enforcing the policies. So we did it once, so you should let everyone do it by email. Not necessarily. And I tried to do it email, I couldn't, but you didn't do it. If you violate a procedure policy, the policies still hold to you. So that's what that means. Now I understand there's special circumstances. That's what this is saying. And I will accommodate special circumstances when I can. But it has to be done during the course, and it has to be according to the policies and procedures. Okay. This is the end of my syllabus. Now, faculty have been required to include the following information in their syllabus. I include the wording provided to faculty for your information. In other words, they say, put this in your syllabus. Well, I'm not going to try to rename it. I'm just saying, this is what they told me. I'm passing it on to you. First of all, code of conduct. I do talk about that. But they go into detail. Plagiarism, cheating, fabrication, falsification, misuse of academic materials, on and on and on. Okay? Well, there it is. You can read it. Disability access. I didn't cover that. But if people come to, because that doesn't apply to everyone, it doesn't apply to people who don't need it. But people who do need it, it's very important. Now, what I want to say here, disability services, support services, if you need it, use it. That's why it's there. There's nothing wrong with using that people provide you. Again, opportunity. Take advantage of the resources that you need. Non-discrimination, sexual misconduct. No tolerance between discrimination or sexual misconduct. No tolerance. Title IX is very strict. No harassment. Again, respect. We're here to learn, and everybody deserves respect to learn. Statement of pronouns and preferred names. Okay. Now, if I use the wrong pronoun, if I use the wrong name, it's not out of anything other than ignorance. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I respect everyone, and I respect you. You have the right to be called whatever you want to be called. And correct me, and I will do it. Okay, and if I don't, it's just out of I didn't know, or I made a mistake and forgot. Just remind me, and I will use it. I respect what people want to be called, and I respect their preferred names. I respect the pronouns. Just correct me, and I'll do it. Now, the diversity and inclusion. This is interesting. This came from Dr. Brenda Allen, and I know her quite well, and I respect her. She's a great, great lady, and I understand what she's saying here. I probably wouldn't say it this way, but I know what she's saying, I know what she means, and I support it. She says, you belong here. You belong here if you belong here if, let's see where, if you are, and she talks about different religions, different backgrounds, all different kinds of sexual orientation. You don't belong here just because of that. You belong here if you want to learn. This should not prevent you from learning. That's what I say. And I don't care what your religion, your background, this stuff. The most important thing to me is you're here to learn. If you're here to learn, that's what I see. I see someone who wants to learn, I will teach you. And I understand what she's trying to say, but I would say it differently. I would say, I would not prevent anyone from learning because of this. If you want to learn, I will teach you. Okay? And she does say it down here, and that makes it clear. Communication and counseling, again, the counseling is there for help. Use it. Use resources. Learn how to use the resources. And so there's a lot of military coming back. You may have a problem with PTSD, and there are places over there that are there for you. Use those resources. Use your opportunity to learn and all the resources to help you learn. Campus assessment, responsibility, and evaluation. The CARE team, I've already mentioned that. Land acknowledgement. This is very interesting also. This is from Grace Redshirt Tyon, Director of American Indian Services. Again, I understand what she's saying, and I agree with the intent. I would not say exactly this way, being a Native American, but acknowledging that we reside in homelands of indigenous people is an important step in recognizing, notice, an important step in recognizing the history, the original stewards of these lands. Well, that's a big statement, and the history, original stewards, there's a lot more behind that, okay? And you people usually don't understand the history and what it means, the stewards of the land and what that means. Land acknowledgements must extend far beyond words. I agree. The United States has worked hard to erase the narratives of indigenous people over time. I agree with that. Land acknowledgement statements can help remind us of the history, the contributions, sacrifices Native peoples have made, and I would not stop there. The contributions, sacrifices, and the actual the influence of our culture of Native peoples is strong. Don't ignore it. And a lot of people do ignore it and overlook it. And so what I would say here is not only just the land, but also the culture. The culture, the thinking, the approach, a lot of times that's overlooked. And so there's a lot to be gained, not only from the Native Americans, but also from cultures and from people from other countries as well, from other countries. And so, again, it gets back to respect. We're here to learn, and I respect a person that wants to learn, and also to respect where you are and learn as much as you can from the culture you're in, because learning is never wasted. Okay. And finally, important dates to remember. I don't go through all the calendar dates. This link will take you to the registrar for the calendar dates. Okay, there's a lot of information. That information is a syllabus, and I hope this helps. Refer to this, refer to the word syllabus all the way through this course, and I hope this helps. Between now and the next time I see you virtually or even in person, take care.